Crimewatch prides itself on meticulous accuracy, but there are some things we can't always get right. One is turning winter into summer. Last August, there was an armed robbery at a bank in the centre of Dundee. But by the time police called us in to make a reconstruction, sunshine had given way to sleet and snow. What follows, therefore, is completely out of season. But in every other respect, it's factual, with events as they occurred, the real locations, security video, radio messages, and many of the actual witnesses. This grey Golf GTI was stolen from the village of Kilspindy, 12 miles from Dundee. That same night, 9 miles closer to the city, in the village of Inchur. It was bad luck for the car thief that a party had just ended.
Well, it was about 3:15 in the morning, and I heard a car starting up outside and the engine revving loudly. I thought it was really strange for that time in the morning. I went out to the door and saw a man at my neighbour's blue Astra. He was late teens, early 20s, about 5'6" tall, with very gaunt features.
"15 minutes later, a few streets away.
A group of friends and myself had been at a nightclub in Dundee. We got into a taxi and we came home to Inchur. Taxi dropped us off at the start of Meadowview Drive. As I got out the taxi, I saw two cars heading along Meadowview Drive. One was a blue Astra and the other car was a silvery colour. The Astra came into my cul-de-sac and did a three-point turn, which I thought was strange, because anyone that knows the village knows not to come into my street when leaving the village. As the car passed me, I looked in and saw the driver. I would say he was late 30s, early 40s. He had dark hair and a heavy moustache. He appeared to be the only man in the car.
It's now 5 a.m, even closer to Dundee along the A90. A car had drawn up on the slip road to the Bullion Field service station, just out of range of the video cameras on the forecourt. But the occupants were caught on video. The one on the left is in his late 30s with dark hair and a moustache. His companion is late teens or early 20s with short dark hair. The pair bought sweets and drinks, enough to keep them going through a long wait. And then a third man appeared. Was he with them? He's also late teens or early 20s, and he bought 2 different brands of cigarettes. Half a mile towards the city, the beginning of the morning traffic.
I was on my way to work on Friday morning at 10 to 7 when I noticed a blue Vauxhall Astra car in the lay-by beside the Swallow Hotel. I thought it was a strange place to park at that time of morning, and I noticed that there were 3 men in the car parked there.
Scientific evidence suggests a Volkswagen Golf had also been parked here. Did you notice them early on the 9th of August?
Come on, get in there, get it, come on! Get it! Right, everybody, get it!
Hello, police.
Yes, it's Clydesdale Bank 158 Nethergate. I believe we're being robbed at the present time.
Right, hold the line a second.
Roger.
Unit 310, the Clydesdale Bank in the Nethergate, if possible, hold up there. Right up for you. That's 10 Unit 310, the Clydesdale in the Nethergate, if possible, hold up there.
Here, 11. 15.
Roger, thanks. Charlie 15 again now.
ZS to city centre units. The vehicle believed to be involved is a silver Volkswagen Golf GTI, registration Alpha 395 Echo Foxtrot Sierra. That's Alpha 395 Echo Foxtrot Sierra.
Roger, thanks. Charlie 15 again now. It's all secured up.
16 is early and late, over.
Aye, Dad, it's me. Aye. Out this weekend. Hang on, there's something shady going on here. First impression was they were joyriders. The two men were both around 20 years old. One would be about just under 6 foot and the other one a little shorter. They went down Seafield Road towards Belfield Avenue. There was a blue Astra sitting parked at the end space in the road. And they got into that and took off straight away. And I turned around and went back to the phone box and called the police.
ZS to all units. The suspects have abandoned the Golf and were last seen heading southwards in Belfield Avenue in a blue Vauxhall Astra Golf 441 Delta Echo Hotel.
The robbers then switched cars again, abandoning the stolen Astra in Osborne Place. By now, all major routes out of the city were being checked by the police. But whose was the car, a red hatchback, that seemed to be avoiding the roadblocks? At any rate, it took a turning off the Perth Road.
I was working at Duncar's house. I heard a car driving up at speed and screeched to a halt just in the driveway and saw a red hatchback car with 3 persons inside. On seeing me, they just drove off down the driveway again.
Alexander, how much do you know about that red hatchback?
Really, it's a red hatchback is all we can say for sure. We don't have a set make or model for it. But we do know that the vehicle was in the area both before and after the robbery, and we're particularly interested in a sighting we had at 6:30 that morning in Osborne Place, Dundee, when we know the robbers were planning where to park the stolen vehicles.
So maybe there are other witnesses for that, and of course this car could then belong to one of the robbers.
Yes, there's no indications the vehicle's stolen, certainly not from Dundee area.
Now, the Bullionfield garage sighting, at least the video, the security camera there, these men ought to be eliminated, of course. I mean, they might be the robbers, but they might be quite innocent.
Yes, significantly so. These are the only 3 people from the garage that morning that we haven't been able to trace, and we really do need to trace these people and find out what they were doing there, why their vehicle was parked on the slip road.
OK, let's take a look at the CD fits that you've got of the 3, one much older than the other 2.
Yes, the first, the older man, he's aged about 35 to 40 years. He's got thick, dark hair and a heavy moustache. The second CD fit is of a male 17 to 20 years. He's 5 foot 5 inches tall, clean-shaven, with short white-brown hair. He's slim build, wearing a white-grey baseball cap with a yellow and turquoise peak, similar in style to an American football badge.
Now, there were robbery... Sorry, have you got more to say?
Yes, the third man, yes. The third man, he's 18 to 21 years. He's 5 foot 8 to 9. He has patchy dark stubble. He's very slim build, short dark brown or black hair, and he's wearing a dark blue or black baseball cap.
£15,000 reward, but you haven't heard a lot from the criminal fraternity in Dundee.
No, that's quite surprising with such a large reward. It may be significant that these people are actually from out with Dundee, and that's why we're making this appeal tonight. We'd like to hear from anyone outside Dundee who may know the identity of these 3 men.
OK, perhaps I should add that there were robbery countermeasures. It means that the money they stole is probably completely worthless. Here's the number, 0500 600 600. There are 40 free call phones here in the studio with detectives waiting for your call. And there are more detectives on the case at the incident room in Dundee. They're on free call 0500 558 999. That's 0500 558 999.